We like kind people. Mm-hmm. That's a like. But, and one of the biggest things with this is with social media today, my biggest pet peeve is when I see adults, many adults, bullying others online who they don't know just because they can. And I want to say, do you not realize your children are seeing this? Right? We tell our children not to do this, not to do that, not to do that. This is unacceptable. But everywhere they turn today, they see adults doing exactly that. And that whole thing of do as I say, not as I do, I call bullcrappy on that. You know, we have to teach and lead by example. They are watching, they are paying attention. And I don't understand why people can't just read something, right? Not agree with it, and talk to someone in their home or talk to a friend. Why go online and add to all the negativity that's in the world right now?
And just adding that negativity, it doesn't make that person feel any better, and it doesn't make the people reading that feel any better either. I know that when I know I keep saying I'm trying to cut back on social media, and I'm trying to, but when I do come across something, and then in the comments, everyone's just going at it, when I shut off my phone, that feeling sticks with me, and I'm always asking, why am I so tired? Why do I feel so, It's because that negative energy, whether you believe it or not, it does feed into your personal life and how you go on through your day.
It is energy, and it will drain you as fast as someone being in your face, yelling and pointing the finger and sucking your energy out. And you multiply that by whatever on all the different social media platforms. That's why people are so wound up. Mm-hmm. You know, not to mention with everything else going on in the world right now, but we won't talk about that. But this in itself, because for me, again, it's about adults doing something that is not helpful to the children, right? We give them phones too early. We allow them to be on these platforms. It doesn't bother me personally, like my physical self, my energy, because I've learned how to work with that. And I've learned that, what to bring into me and what to leave out. But Jillian and most young adults and even younger people, they haven't learned how to process what energies and what feelings belong to them and what doesn't. Mm-hmm. And so it piles up and piles up and piles up and piles up. And when that happens, you have a child then that is so anxious, so overwhelmed. They don't know who to talk to because it's, you can't feel this way. You have to be happy all the time, or you have to be this way. And so they feel they don't have anyone to talk to. And with that, bad things can happen, right? They need to know. The reason I named this channel Accessible Moms is my hopes is that I can help moms to learn who they are, to release things that no longer serve them. And so then they can truly fully be there for their children. I just have this vision of a child wanting to talk to the mom, tell them about their day, tell them about what's going on with them. and the mom's washing dishes with her back to the child. That small thing, yes, dishes have to get done, but we only have so much time with our children. We have to learn. Sometimes we have to put something down and turn around and give them our undivided attention if we want them to trust us in the future when they get older, when they have bigger issues going on, that they come and talk to us. This is my hope with this channel, for us to be accessible, for them to feel safe, right? To know they can go to them and open up to them instead of their friends. I'm like, what do your friends know? They know less than you, right? That's not what we want. And I feel I did a very good job of that with my children. I mean, I have 2 boys as well, and they've all come to me with, personal things, because I don't judge them. I listen. And I give them, if they ask, I give them different options and ask them which one sounds best for you. We can't continue to tell them what to do, because then they break off, because they know if I tell mom this, she's just going to say X, Y, and Z, and nothing's going to happen. I'm not going to get what I need. So it's important to make that time. Make that time to let them know as early as you can, I'm the one you can come to. With anything happy, anything sad, anything, worrisome, you can come to me. You can count on me. And we'll talk about a lot of this. Trust me, we'll talk about a lot of this in other videos. But for me, just this topic of people and the way they treat other people, your relationship with your children, your relationship with yourself, those are the big key components for me, and the reason that I wanted to do this channel. We need healing. We need to raise kind people. And that doesn't mean you raise someone who is allowing other people to take advantage of them. No, this is raising your children to be strong and know who they are, but also to be kind, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to beat out everyone else because, they want to be the CEO or they want to be this, and think they have to knock someone down to get to that position. But there's a space for all of us, right? We all came here that only we can do. So there's no need to compete. There's no need to put someone else down.
That was literally what was going on in my head.
We read each other's minds all the time. We do.
I was literally just thinking that.
There's only one of us, The old him from Chicago, the old, be like Mike. Well, no, Michael is who he is. And there's only going to be one, right? You can strive to do something that makes you feel good, like he does, but he's already done it, right? Figure out who you are and what you want. And just because you've been doing something as a mom for many years, there's still time for you to find your passion and do that, something that makes you happy and not something that you have to do, right?
Mm-hmm. My turn.
Yes.
So one pet peeve that really gets to me is when people say to act to your age. I had to bring that up.
Not acting your age.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you, really? What does act?
Like literally to act like everyone else in your age group.
Yeah. Well, we had a conversation about this a while ago.
Yeah.
And I'll let you finish. But I just wanted to say when it came up, because she was told to act her age. And the act part caught me. Why are we acting? Why are we acting? Acting for me means you're not being yourself.
Yeah.
You're trying to be someone who you're not. So why are we acting?
You're putting on a show for everyone else. You're being that character that everyone
That was
else.
just food for thought. Think about that. Why are we acting? Just because someone said this is what you're supposed to look like and sound like and, be like at a certain age? Go for it.
Yeah. So I am 25 right now. I know I don't look it, don't I? But for most of my life, I had always felt more youthful and younger in how I talk and interact with people, what I like. So like, for example, like I like to watch a lot of animated stuff like cartoons and stuff. Like that's just something that I'm attracted to. How I dress. I like to dress in like fun colors. And there are just a few other things that separate me from my age group, I want to say. But I mainly hear this for me to act my age from my dad. Because according to him, at this part of my life, I should already have a stable job. I should be making a lot of money, learning how to survive on my own, which of course is not happening right now. And so
You're on the path.
I'm
though.
on the path.
Your path.
I'm on my path, yes.
And your timing.
Yeah. So of course that put pressure on me and made me think, oh, I'm being too childish right now. There's something wrong with me. I'm not where a lot of other people my age are, where I see them already getting married, having kids, getting a house. And I see a lot of videos on social media about this, about people my age where they have crash outs over their job because they're making minimum wage and it's not enough to sustain everything that we need in this economy today, like housing, food, utility bills, and everything. We just don't have the resources we need to be able to do that. And so for him to tell me that I need to be at that point already, that made me upset, but also made my confidence go down to the point where I'm asking, would I be okay out in the world by myself? I feel like I don't have all the tools and knowledge that I need to be able to survive out there by myself. Am I living a pipe dream? Is this all just a big fantasy that won't come into fruition one day?
Yeah, that was deep. And I can attest to, well, first thing I'm going to say is parents, stop breaking your children's spirit. The more you say, you can't, you're not good enough. That's what it, translates to. You're not good enough. You're breaking them to the core. And I know a lot of people say, I'm older. As she says, she has a young heart. I have a young heart. I know it. I love it.
You will always be young too.
And I don't care what anyone says, and I lose my mind sometimes, my train of thought. What were we saying?
See, squirrel.
There are parents who till this day still says, well, my parents said this and my parents did that and my grandparents did this. Guess what? That was a different time. That was a different point in time where they didn't know better. They did not understand how their words would impact that child. And to be honest, those words from a parent who feel, oh, I have to be tough with my kid. I can't be soft with them. I have to be this way, and I can't be, show too much love because then they'll get lazy and they won't do. That is a bunch of crap. I'm calling it out right now. Tough love. When your child say they want to be an actor or an architecture. Wow, that's funny. No, when they say they want to do anything, you can have conversations about it. You can ask them, what is it about it that intrigues you? What is it about this that you want to do? Tell me why you're so excited to do this. Instead of, that's crazy. That's a hobby. It's not something that's going to, pay the bills. Wow. If all the great actors in the world and musicians in the world listen to that type of talk, you think about your favorite movies, your favorite theater shows, and all your favorite musicians. And if they were not there to give you that entertainment that makes you happy when you think about it, if they listened to someone that told them you're being unrealistic. And think about that. But the bottom line is we have to allow our children to live their lives on their terms, right? The same as we chose to live our life the way we wanted to. And our parents and their parents. And yes, people have to do what they have to do to survive at certain times, but that doesn't mean you have to break their spirit to get them to do what you think they should be doing. They need support. They need to know they believe in themselves, but they need to know that you also believe in them. Goes a long way. I mean, just think of yourself. Just think of yourself. If you've had people in your life always telling you negativity about who you want to be, who you are, and what you want to do, and every step of the way you heard all these negative words, what is that going to do to you?
That will just do nothing but push.
What would that do to your psyche? Then you become a bitter person. You become a bitter person. You become a person with possible mental issues because you feel a certain way and you feel that but then someone who you trusted said no, and so you're conflicted. We need to think more. It's for me, it's like car seats or seat belts, right? We didn't have seat belts growing up. It didn't help that when I was 18, I flew out of a rolled up window after an accident and landed in the snow and pavement. But would we say, well, we don't need seatbelts today because we didn't have them back then? I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I am a very goofy and animated person. That's just who I am. And also sensitive. So when I get told that I'm too emotional or I need to cut off my emotions.
What does that do to you? How does it make you feel?
Well, that again makes me feel like there's something wrong with me, that I shouldn't, that I'm over dramatic. especially
I
being
mean, you are an actor. I'm just kidding.
okay, well, especially being a female too, because females are known to be
Yeah.
overly dramatic and expressing too many emotions.
Yeah.
That's just compassion and empathy that we have.
Yeah.
So,
And we want to treat people the way we want to be treated, right? And that is showing empathy and compassion and kindness, not the negative stuff. That never helps anything. Right?
yeah.
And so remember, surround yourself with people who make you feel good about yourself. Not telling you stuff just to, make you feel good, but who are really, truly there for you
Yeah.
and
So,
support you.
there is no acting your age. There is just you.
Getting back to the acting.
Yes.
Yeah, I never understood that myself. I never understood that. Why am I acting anything? So you tried to tell me what I can wear, how my hair has to be, the way I talk. I can't laugh and be my loud, crazy self and having fun because I'm a certain age now and I call bull crappy. No. No, I'm going to be me. And if this is who I am, and if you can't take me for the way I am, then there's another person next, I mean, and that's the way we have to live our lives is we don't fit into someone else's space. They accept us who we are as we should accept them for who they are, not to try to change people.
Yeah.
Right?
Then another, I guess.
Well, let me just say one thing on this. I have 7 siblings. Well, had 8. And my mom, bless her heart, never once told any of us she didn't think we should be taking a certain path in our lives or we should be doing a certain thing. She did what she taught me to do. Ask questions, trying to understand. And when you can make somebody understand or not make them, but when you can explain yourself and then they can see your point of view, that's one thing. But she never did. She never made us feel like we were making wrong choices because she knew the way you're going to learn is to live your life. We have to make our mistakes just like they did. So I am grateful for that. I am grateful. The one thing though, I wanted to play the drums. I wanted to learn to play the drums, but she put me in ballet with my sisters. And I was upset with that because my one brother got to play the drums. But as I got older, I realized why. Because I have a problem with multitasking. And even though I tried to play the drums once, it's like driving a stick shift car, doesn't work. If I have to think of more than 2 things. So she knew what she was doing when it came to that.
But with ballet, how is your
Ballet was fine. It's boring for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your balance is fine?
No, at all. So she's calling me out on my balance. Yes, I do have a balance issue. So maybe that's why I didn't like that or try out for gymnastics or anything like that. But, I was good with ball sports. So, hey, there you go. Calling me out.